Datta, Jai Guru Datta, Sri Guru 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 Datta. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Guru Datta and welcome to Datta Arpanam with your host Rishi Nirvan Baru
and Ravita Singh. Jai Guru Datta, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Parama Pujya Dr. Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji of Avadhuta Dattapitam in Mysuru. Today's show begins with the offering of pranams, gratitude, and this invocation prayer at the sought-after feet of beloved Sadgurudeva Pujya Shri Swamiji, as this show, possible only through His divine grace, is offered to him. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Ganapati Gurumekam Satchidananda Rupam, Vibhuddhanivaha Sevyam Yoga Margadhirodham, Sharanamupagatanam Arti Sanghadivajram, Mama Hridaya Nivasam Bhakti Namro Namami. Once again, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to Datta Arpanam on this auspicious evening. Today's show is being brought to you through the kind courtesy of Valini's Drug Mart Limited of 58 to 60 Sutton Street, San Fernando, Debe Supermart Limited of 182 SS Aaron Road, Debe, Kokie Supermart Limited of 14 Naparima Miaro Road, San Fernando, and Samson Insurance Brokers Limited of 1126 SS Aaron Road, Debe, and 225 Southern Main Road, Warrenville, Canupia. Today on Datta Arpanam, we celebrate Diwali, a celebration of light over darkness, a celebration of good over evil, a celebration of Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of light, a celebration of Lord Rama, who, after 14 years of exile, entered Ayodhya on Diwali Day.
Simply put, listeners, today is a celebration of divinity in various forms here on Datta Arpanam. Once again, thank you for sharing this auspicious Sandhya hour with us. Without further ado, let us begin the celebrations as Lord Ganapati, the remover of obstacles, is worshipped. You can find the lyrics to this bhajan by entering bhajan ID number 2 on the Bhajanmala app or on the website www.bhajanmala.com.
The bhajan starts by referring to Lord Ganapati as the pleasant-faced one. So everyone, as you revere that pleasant-faced Lord, you too wear a pleasant countenance. With a smile on your face and with love in your heart, join in worshipping the remover of obstacles, the granter of intellect, the scribe of Mahabharata, Lord Ganapati.
गणपति दे दो सन्मति, अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि सुमुख गणपति दे दो सन्मति अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि ओंकार निर्विकार निराकार तू सकल वेद मंत्र का तत्व सार तू सत्व रजस तामस से पार तू रहे हमको भी योग का रहस्य बता दे सुमुख गणपति दे दो सन्मति अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि बीज मंत्र से उपासना करे मूलाधार चक्र तेरी शक्ति से चले हे रंग महाकाय तुझको बुलाए कण कण में गण गण में तुझको ही पाए सुमुख गणपति दे दो सन्मति अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि लंबोदर तुझको लोग क्यों कहे कोटि ब्रह्मांड तूने पेट में धरे सूक्ष्म नेत्र तुझको लोग क्यों कहे जीव कोटि तेरी कृपा दृष्टि से चले सुमुख गणपति दे दो सन्मति अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि विष्णु रुद्रादि देव देव मिलके विघ्नाधिपति कहे तुझे शान से करण शुद्धि से तुझे पुकारे, सच्चिदानंद तत्व हमें दिला दे। सुमुख गणपति दे दो सन्मति, अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि, सुमुख गणपति दे दो सन्मति, अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि, अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि।
You were just listening to the voice of divinity incarnate, the present day Avadhuta of Lord Dattatreya, Parama Pujya Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji, here on Datta Arpanam. Thank you for tuning in to this evening's show, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Shri Swamiji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Samtran Insurance Brokers Limited, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited.
With tomorrow being Deepavali, this time is a time when we feel an extra closeness to Mother Goddess. So let us join together once again in celebration as we worship that Divine Mother through this next bhajan. You can find the lyrics to the bhajan by entering bhajan ID number 608 on the Bhajanmala app or website.
जय हो लक्ष्मी माँ, जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ।
जय हो लक्ष्मी माँ, जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ।
जय हो लक्ष्मी माँ, जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ। जय हो
लक्ष्मी माँ, जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ।
जय हो
लक्ष्मी माँ, जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ। जय हो लक्ष्मी माँ,
जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ। जय हो
लक्ष्मी माँ, जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ।
नरहरि सुंदरी लक्ष्मी माँ, भुवन शुभकरी 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 लक्ष्मी माँ। जय हो लक्ष्मी माँ, जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ। जय हो लक्ष्मी माँ, जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ।
भूपुर में तू भुवनेश्वरी, भूपुर में तू भुवनेश्वरी, षोडश दल में सुंदरी।
षोडश दल में सुंदरी,
भूपुर में तू भुवनेश्वरी, भुवनेश्वरी, षोडश दल में सुंदरी।
षोडश दल में सुंदरी,
अष्टपद्म में मन्मथ रूपी, अष्टपद्म में मन्मथ रूपी, अष्टपद्म में मन्मथ रूपी,
अष्टपद्म में मन्मथ रूपी।
चतुर्दशर में भाग्यदायिनी, चतुर्दशर में भाग्यदायिनी, चतुर्दशर में भाग्यदायिनी,
चतुर्दशर में
भाग्यदायिनी।
जय हो लक्ष्मी माँ, जय 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 जय
सिद्धिदायिनी सिद्धिदायिनी अंतर्दशार में रक्षा करती अष्टकोण में रोग निवारिणी अष्टकोण में रोग निवारिणी अष्टकोण में रोग निवारिणी अष्टकोण में रोग निवारिणी त्रिकोण में तू त्रिपुरा देवी त्रिकोण में तू त्रिपुरा देवी बिंदु रूपिणी ललिता माई ललिता माई शक्ति रूपिणी श्री चक्रवासिनी बिंदु रूपिणी ललिता माई ललिता माई शक्ति रूपिणी श्री चक्रवासिनी जगन्मोहिनी सर्वव्यापिनी जगन्मोहिनी जगन्मोहिनी सर्वव्यापिनी रूपातीत सच्चिदानंदिनी रूपातीत सच्चिदानंदिनी जय जय लक्ष्मी माँ जय हो लक्ष्मी माँ जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ जय जय लक्ष्मी माँ जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ जय जय लक्ष्मी जय हो लक्ष्मी माँ 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 जय हो जय हो जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ जय 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 लक्ष्मी माँ जय 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 लक्ष्मी
When we think of Diwali, we think of lights. When we think of lights, we think of a flame. When we think of a flame, we think of heat. When we think of heat, we think of energy. And what energy is transmitted to us when we listen to and sing that exquisite composition by Parama Pujya Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji. Absolutely invigorating.
You are tuned in to a special Deepavali episode of Datta Arpanam, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Puja Sri Swamiji, and thanks to the kind sponsorship by Samtran Insurance Brokers Limited, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited.
So far on today's show, you have heard that Goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of light, is worshipped on Diwali Day. You heard that it is the day when Sri Rama entered Ayodhya after completing his period of exile. These are both religious aspects of Deepavali, but there are also cultural aspects of Diwali which should not be overlooked.
That's right. Puja Appaji has said that we should honor the customs which have been passed on to us by our elders and not let these customs die out. So what are some of these customs observed on Diwali Day? Well, wear new clothes for one. Wearing new clothing on Diwali symbolizes a renewal of your sense of gratitude for life.
Another custom which Puja Appaji said we should observe is we should sit on the floor to eat our food. And again, there is a reason for this.
When we get used to using tables and chairs at mealtime, the body becomes inflexible and rigid, says Appaji. Sitting down to eat in general helps us to control the amount of food we consume. We serve a fixed amount and then sit to eat it. But there's an added benefit of sitting on the floor. When we sit on the floor with our legs crossed to eat, the soles of our feet face the torso. They face our digestive system. This, says Puja Sri Bala Swamiji, helps our bodies to utilize the energy contained within the food. When we sit with our feet hanging down or we stand to eat, that energy, or at least some of it, leaves our body via our feet. By sitting on the floor, we eliminate that wastage of energy.
And what is particularly noteworthy about sitting on the floor on Deepavali especially is that when you sit with your legs crossed, so in lotus or semi-lotus posture, your body takes on the shape of a triangle. Your head becomes one point of that triangle, and each knee becomes another point. Those 3 points form the 3 points of a triangle. Now think about the Sri Chakra Yantra, which is used during worship to Mother Goddess. It is a series of triangles arranged in a particular fashion. So when you sit on the floor to eat this Diwali, and actually every day, be aware of your form. Be aware of that trikona or triangle form your body takes on when you sit on the floor and feel Mother Goddess's presence within and surrounding you.
And where Mother Goddess is experienced, there one can be sure to find Sadgurudeva Parama Puja Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji. So, before we hear what else Puja Appaji has taught about Diwali customs, let us express our gratitude to him for all that he does to help to keep us on the right path, the dharmic path. Please open your Bhajanmala app to Bhajan ID number 713 and join in offering this beautiful tribute to Puja Appaji.
स्वामी तू है हमारा दाता स्वामी नाथा तू है हमारा दाता स्वामी नाथा संग सदा तुम हमारे रहना संग सदा तुम हमारे रहना संग सदा तुम हमारे रहना तू है हमारा विधाता स्वामी नाथा तू है हमारा विधाता स्वामी नाथा स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा जय गुरुनाथ जीवन भर करूं सुमिरन तेरा,
घड़ी घड़ी पल पल नाम लो तेरा,
वर दे ऐसा दाता स्वामी नाथा,
वर दे ऐसा दाता स्वामी नाथा,
स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा,
स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा।
तू ही तू बस तू ही तू, तू ही तू बस तू ही तू, तू ही तू है सब कुछ मेरा, तुझ बिन कुछ ना भाता स्वामी नाथा, तुझ बिन कुछ ना भाता
स्वामी नाथा।
तू ही वेदा तू ही पुराणा,
तू ही भक्ति तू ही ज्ञाना,
तू ही रामा तू ही कृष्णा,
तू ही विष्णु तू ही ब्रह्मा,
तू ही महेशा तू ही गणेशा, तू ही महेशा तू ही गणेशा, तू ही भवानी तू जगदीशा, बार बार अवतार तू लेकर, बार बार अवतार तू लेकर, सबको राह दिखाता
स्वामी नाथा,
सबको राह दिखाता
स्वामी नाथा,
स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा,
स्वामी नाथा
सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा। धन्य है वो जिसने तुझे पाया, कहे कुमार भज सच्चिदानंदा, कहे कुमार भज सच्चिदानंदा, कहे कुमार भज सच्चिदानंदा,
तेरे संग में रहकर स्वामी, तेरे संग में रहकर स्वामी,
मैंने सब कुछ पाया,
स्वामी नाथा,
मैंने सब कुछ पाया,
स्वामी नाथा।
आज के शुभ दिन हम करें अर्पण,
अर्पण अर्पण
आज के शुभ दिन हम करें अर्पण, तेरे चरण में अपना जीवन, हमारी आयु भी लग जाए तुझको, हमारी आयु भी लग जाए तुझको, तेरा मंगल दास है गाता
स्वामी नाथा,
तेरा मंगल दास है गाता
स्वामी नाथा,
स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा,
स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा,
That bhajan, composed and rendered by Sri Krishan Kumar, is loved by many, but in particular by Trinidadian devotees. And one can see why. What a beautiful and moving tribute to Parama Pujya Sri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji.
Today, you've been hearing about the Diwali traditions which Puja Sri Swamiji cautions us to not neglect. They are traditions which have been passed on through generations, and it is our hope that by sharing them with you today on Datta Arpanam, those traditions will continue to live on as you put them into practice, your children put them into practice, your children's children put them into practice, and so on.
Diwali is a time when people tend to cook a feast. It is a celebration. Well, when partaking of this feast, Appaji has said that it is recommended that you use your 5 fingers and palm to mix and eat the food. In other words, do not use cutlery for eating.
We should never feel embarrassed to use our hands to eat food. Instead, we should take pride in our custom. The 5 fingers represent the 5 elements of nature. The various organs in the body are also represented in the hand. The kidneys are represented where the fingers, when folded, meet the palm. They are organs for digestion here. When we eat with our hands and hold the morsel of food with our hands, the area near our stomach gets massaged. Digestive juices are secreted. So, we should gently squeeze the food in our hands, making a fist so that the gentle massage of this area on the palm gives us greater energy to digest the food.
And another tradition which is related to mealtime and which Puja Appaji urges we try our best to observe is that when possible, we should eat food that is served on a banana leaf instead of a plate, especially during festivals. These might all seem like they are just traditions passed on by the older folks, but these traditions have, within them, medicinal value.
And staying with the point of food, wait until all your food is served before you start to eat. That waiting period teaches us patience and control over the senses.
But in addition to that, having the full meal on the leaf gives one a balanced view of the food and so helps the mind to determine the portion sizes needed for each food item. If you just start eating item by item, it is a haphazard way of eating, and before you know it, you would have consumed way too much and end up feeling uncomfortably full and miserable.
So now that we have spoken about the meal aspect of the festival, what about the lights? How many lamps should we light? Well, says Puja Appaji, light lamps or diyas according to your age. So if you are 27, light 27 diyas. If you are 67, light 67 diyas, and so on.
And with all the open flames offered on this day, we must also be mindful of the safety risk associated with those same flames. So, wear cotton clothing. Avoid wearing synthetics, says Puja Appaji. They are neither safe nor good for your skin.
During this festival of lights, when we light an oil lamp or diya, it is symbolic of the destruction of ignorance and the merging of our consciousness with the Supreme Consciousness.
So, listeners, as you can see, Diwali has a profound religious significance. But there is a deep significance behind the traditions associated with this auspicious day as well.
This Diwali, actually not just on Diwali, but year-round, you are encouraged to practice these traditions passed down by our forefathers.
And one tradition which our Indian forefathers brought with them was joining together in prayer. Puja Appaji says that it is essential that Lord Rama is worshipped on Diwali day. In fact, he has stated that on Diwali day, one should study the full Bhagavatam or at least read a couple of verses or read a chapter of Mahabharata or Ramayanam and then begin your rituals. So, inspired by these words, let us join together, as our forefathers did, and worship Lord Rama.
రామ జయ రాజా రామ 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 జయ సీతారామ రామ రామ జయ రాజా రామ 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 జయ సీతారామ శుద్ధ బ్రహ్మ పరాత్పర రామ కాళాత్మక పరమేశ్వర రామ శుద్ధ బ్రహ్మ పరాత్పర రామ కాళాత్మక పరమేశ్వర రామ శేషతల్ప సుఖ నిద్రిత రామ బ్రహ్మాద్యమర ప్రార్థిత రామ శేషతల్ప సుఖ నిద్రిత రామ బ్రహ్మాద్యమర ప్రార్థిత రామ చండ కిరణ కుల మండన రామ శ్రీమద్దశరథ నందన రామ చండ కిరణ కుల మండన రామ శ్రీమద్దశరథ నందన రామ కౌసల్యా సుఖవర్ధన రామ విశ్వామిత్ర ప్రియధన రామ కౌసల్యా సుఖవర్ధన రామ విశ్వామిత్ర ప్రియధన రామ ఘోరతాటక ఘాతక రామ మారీచాదిని పాతక రామ ఘోరతాటక ఘాతక రామ మారీచాదిని పాతక రామ కౌశిక మఖ సంరక్షక రామ శ్రీమదహల్యోద్ధారక రామ కౌశిక మఖ సంరక్షక రామ శ్రీమదహల్యోద్ధారక రామ గౌతమ ముని సంపూజిత రామ సురముని వరగణ సంస్తుత రామ గౌతమ ముని సంపూజిత రామ సురముని వరగణ సంస్తుత రామ నావిక ధావిత మృదుపద రామ మిథిలాపుర జన మోదక రామ నావిక ధావిత మృదుపద రామ మిథిలాపుర జన మోదక రామ విదేహ మానస రంజక రామ త్ర్యంబక కార్ముక భంజక రామ విదేహ మానస రంజక రామ త్ర్యంబక కార్ముక భంజక రామ సీతార్పిత వరమాలిక రామ కృత వైవాహిక కౌతుక రామ సీతార్పిత వరమాలిక రామ కృత వైవాహిక కౌతుక రామ భార్గవదర్ప వినాశక రామ శ్రీమదయోధ్య పాలక రామ భార్గవదర్ప వినాశక రామ శ్రీమదయోధ్య పాలక రామ 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 జయ రాజా రామ 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 జయ సీతారామ రామ రామ జయ రాజా రామ 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 జయ సీతారామ రామ రామ జయ రాజా రామ 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 జయ సీతారామ రామ రామ జయ రాజా రామ 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 జయ సీతారామ అగణిత గుణగణ భూషిత రామ అవనీతనయ కామిత రామ అగణిత గుణగణ భూషిత రామ అవనీతనయ కామిత రామ రాకా చంద్ర సమానన రామ పితృవాక్యాశ్రిత కానన రామ రాకా చంద్ర సమానన రామ పితృవాక్యాశ్రిత కానన రామ ప్రియగుహ వినివేదిత పద రామ తత్క్షాళిత నిజ మృదు పద రామ ప్రియగుహ వినివేదిత పద రామ తత్క్షాళిత నిజ మృదు పద రామ భరద్వాజ ముఖానందక రామ చిత్రకూటాద్రినికేతన రామ భరద్వాజ ముఖానందక రామ చిత్రకూటాద్రినికేతన రామ దశరథ సంతత చింతిత రామ కైకేయీ తనయార్చిత రామ దశరథ సంతత చింతిత రామ కైకేయీ తనయార్చిత రామ విరచిత నిజ పితృకర్మక రామ భరతార్పిత నిజ పాదుక రామ విరచిత నిజ పితృకర్మక రామ భరతార్పిత నిజ सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम जन पावन राम दुष्ट विराध विनाशन राम कंटक वन जन पावन राम दुष्ट विराध विनाशन राम शरभंग सुतीक्ष्णार्चित राम अगस्त्यानुग्रहवर्धन राम शरभंग सुतीक्ष्णार्चित राम अगस्त्यानुग्रहवर्धन राम संसेवित राम पंचवटी तट सुस्थित राम रुद्राधिप संसेवित राम पंचवटी तट सुस्थित राम शूर्पणखार्ति विधायक राम करदूषण मुख सूदक राम शूर्पणखार्ति विधायक राम करदूषण मुख सूदक राम सीता प्रिय हरिणानुग राम मारीचार्तिकृदाशुग राम सीता प्रिय हरिणानुग राम मारीचार्तिकृदाशुग राम विनष्ट सीतान्वेषण राम गृध्राधिपगतिदायक राम विनष्ट सीतान्वेषण राम गृध्राधिपगतिदायक राम शबरी दत्त फलाशन राम कबंध बाहुच्छेदन राम शबरी दत्त फलाशन राम कबंध बाहुच्छेदन राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम हनुमत्सेवित निज पद राम नत सुग्रीवाभीष्टद राम हनुमत्सेवित निज पद राम नत सुग्रीवाभीष्टद राम गर्वित वाली संहारक राम वानर दूत प्रेषक राम गर्वित वाली संहारक राम वानर दूत प्रेषक राम हितकर लक्ष्मण संयुत राम हितकर लक्ष्मण संयुत राम हितकर लक्ष्मण संयुत राम हितकर लक्ष्मण संयुत राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय सीताराम कपिवर संतत संस्कृत राम तद्गत विघ्न ध्वंसक राम कपिवर संतत संस्कृत राम तद्गत विघ्न ध्वंसक राम सीता प्राणाधारक राम दुष्टदशानन तूषित राम सीता प्राणाधारक राम दुष्टदशानन तूषित राम शिष्ट हनुमद्भूषित राम सीतोदित काकावन राम शिष्ट हनुमद्भूषित राम सीतोदित काकावन राम कृतचूडामणि दर्शन राम कपिवर वचनाश्वासित राम कृतचूडामणि दर्शन राम कपिवर वचनाश्वासित राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम रावण निधन प्रस्थित राम वानर सैन्य समावृत राम रावण निधन प्रस्थित राम वानर सैन्य समावृत राम शोषित शरिदीशार्थित राम विभीषणाभयदायक राम शोषित शरिदीशार्थित राम विभीषणाभयदायक राम पर्वत सेतु निबंधक राम कुंभकर्ण शिरच्छेदक राम पर्वत सेतु निबंधक राम कुंभकर्ण शिरच्छेदक राम राक्षस संघ विमर्दक राम अहिमहि रावण धारण राम राक्षस संघ विमर्दक राम अहिमहि रावण धारण राम संहृत दशमुख रावण राम विधि भव मुख सुर संस्तुत राम संहृत दशमुख रावण राम विधि भव मुख सुर संस्तुत राम कस्थित दशरथ वीक्षित राम सीता दर्शन मोदित राम कस्थित दशरथ वीक्षित राम सीता दर्शन मोदित राम अभिषिक्त विभीषण नत राम पुष्पकयानारोहण राम अभिषिक्त विभीषण नत राम पुष्पकयानारोहण राम भरद्वाजाभिनिषेवण राम भरत प्राण प्रियकर राम भरद्वाजाभिनिषेवण राम भरत प्राण प्रियकर राम साकेतपुरी भूषण राम समस्त जन सम्मानित राम साकेतपुरी भूषण राम समस्त जन सम्मानित राम रत्नलसत्पीठ स्थित राम पट्टाभिषेकालंकृत राम रत्नलसत्पीठ स्थित राम पट्टाभिषेकालंकृत राम पार्थिव कुल सम्मानित राम विभीषणार्पित रंगक राम पार्थिव कुल सम्मानित राम विभीषणार्पित रंगक राम ईशकुलानुग्रह कर राम सकल जीव संरक्षक राम ईशकुलानुग्रह कर राम सकल जीव संरक्षक राम समस्त लोकाधारक राम समस्त लोकाधारक राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम आगत मुनि दशकण्ठोद्भव राम आगतमुनिगणसंस्तुत राम विश्रुतदशकण्ठोद्भव राम सीतालिङ्गन निर्वृत राम नीतिसुरक्षित जनपद राम सीतालिङ्गन निर्वृत राम नीतिसुरक्षित जनपद राम विपिनत्याजित जनकज राम कारिकलवणासुरवध राम विपिनत्याजित जनकज राम कारिकलवणासुरवध राम स्वर्गतजम्बुक संस्तुत राम स्वतनय कुशलवनन्दित राम स्वर्गतजम्बुक संस्तुत राम स्वतनय कुशलवनन्दित राम अश्वमेधक्रतुदीक्षित राम कालावेदित सुरपद राम अश्वमेधक्रतुदीक्षित राम कालावेदित सुरपद राम आयोध्यक जन मुक्तिद राम विधिमुख विबुधानन्दक राम आयोध्यक जन मुक्तिद राम विधिमुख विबुधानन्दक राम तेजोमय निज रूपक राम संस्कृति बंध विमोचक राम तेजोमय निज रूपक राम संस्कृति बंध विमोचक राम धर्म स्थापन तत्पर राम भक्ति परायण मुक्तिद राम धर्म स्थापन तत्पर राम भक्ति परायण मुक्तिद राम सर्वचराचर पालक राम सर्वभवामय पारक राम सर्वचराचर पालक राम सर्वभवामय पारक राम वैकुण्ठालय संस्थित राम नित्यानन्द पदस्थित राम वैकुण्ठालय संस्थित राम नित्यानन्द पदस्थित राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम हर मंगल दशरथ राम जय जय मंगल सीता राम भय हर मंगल दशरथ राम जय जय मंगल सीता राम मंगल कर जय मंगल राम संगत शुभ विभवोदय राम मंगल कर जय मंगल राम संगत शुभ विभवोदय राम आनन्दामृत वर्षक राम आश्रित वत्सल जय जय राम आनन्दामृत वर्षक राम आश्रित वत्सल जय जय राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीता राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय सीता राम
And on that beautiful note, listeners, we wish you Shubh Diwali. Remember that festivals like Deepavali are occasions when families should get together, minimize animosities, and renew connections.
May a sense of purity and happiness strengthen in all.
May devotion and dedication to our teachers and nation develop in us all.
May all be inclined to share their resources.
Let us, listeners, as we celebrate the Festival of Lights, remind ourselves about the purpose of the festival called Deepavali.
You are all reminded to be mindful of the comfort and safety of other beings, so do not condone or participate in the use of fireworks.
May Datta Swamiji bless us all.
Jai Guru Datta. As we begin to wrap up today's episode of Datta Arpanam, pranams and gratitude are offered at the divine feet of beloved Sadgurudeva, Parama Pujya Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji, without whose teachings, compassion, love, guidance, and music, this show would not exist.
Pranams and happy Deepavali to you, Pujya Appaji. Kindly forgive any errors which may have been committed in preparing or in sharing today's show, and please guide us to avoid such errors in the future.
Special thanks and Shubh Diwali greetings are extended to the staff at 103.1 FM and to the sponsors of Datta Arpanam, Samtran Insurance Brokers Limited, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Koke Supermart Limited. And dear listener, of course, to you we express heartfelt gratitude for sharing your evening with us. We sincerely wish you a happy and very auspicious Deepavali 2022.
Please tune in to 103.1 FM again next Sunday at 6 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time for another edition of Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of Parama Pujya Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji. Once again everyone, Happy Deepavali.
Happy Deepavali, Jai Guru Datta.
Shri Guru Datta, Harihi Om Tat Sat.
Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat.